Henrikh Mkhitaryan is the embodiment of longevity in football.
And there's the shot coming in from Henrikh Mkhitaryan. The most experienced player on the field for Inter is the one to give them that one golden moment.
The former Borussia Dortmund, Manchester United, Arsenal and Roma star arrived at Inter in 2022. 4 years later, aged 37, he's still pulling strings in the Nerazzurri's midfield.
Mkhitaryan, Di Marco! Enjoying his football again!
Honestly, I didn't expect, because when I arrived to Inter Milano, I was 33 years old. My contract was only for 2 years, and in my mind I had maybe to play these 2 years and then to see what I'm gonna do, but
Mkhitaryan!
starting the first day I felt so good here that then I signed another 2 years deal, and this is my 4th season. Inter means to me a lot because it's the only club where I've stayed more than 3 years, obviously, and I had a very, very great time here. Of course, I didn't expect myself to be here at 37-year-old because I could never imagine that I would play so long. But year after year, I understood that if you want to play longer, you have to take care of yourself, which I always did. But I'm doing very carefully, especially in the last years.
Mkhitaryan! That's such a good goal from Inter. It's Henrikh Mkhitaryan.
I think we have 2 role models in our football career, which are Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, that are still playing, and they are playing on a high level. And of course, they are people that the new generation wants to achieve the way they are playing, and as well, like playing as long as they can.
This is Di Marco, and turned in by Mkhitaryan.
Despite a trophy-laden career, Mkhitaryan had never won a championship in one of Europe's top leagues before joining Inter.
Henrikh Mkhitaryan justifies his starting berth with an early goal.
When eventually he did so in style.
Thuram, he can hit them from there! Inter are champions! Inter win the derby, Inter win the Scudetto!
I've won many trophies, cup titles, Super Cup, European Championships, but this was my first Scudetto, my first championship in the European career. And I was very, very excited. I was very happy because I think it's one of the things that was missing for me. And I'm looking forward to win more. Let's see how it will go. But of course, that was a great feeling.
Inter's bid to secure a 21st league title began the day after last season had ended. A campaign that saw them lose their domestic crown to Napoli and a Champions League final to PSG. Coach for title number 20, Simone Inzaghi, left the club, and dressing room morale was dangerously low. In stepped Christian Chivu, an Inter favourite as a player, but a coach with very little top-flight experience.
It doesn't matter how many games he had before to come to Inter, because he has played on the highest level, he has won many titles, and when he came first to Inter, the only thing he had to do is to raise our mentality, to give us a wake-up call, because after the loss in Champions League final, we needed someone who could give us a hand of getting out of this situation, and I think it's what he did very well, and he gave us the confidence and the trust that we have to move forward and to see the future.
Reset, and there is Mkhitaryan.
Of course, it wasn't easy for him. I think he just gave us with his understanding, with his words, that we cannot change the past. The only thing we can change is the future, and we have to look forward to try to win trophies for Inter and for ourselves, of course. And it's what happened. We turned the page and we started from zero, from a new, fresh page, and we've tried to do our best to forget the game that happened in the summer and to be focused on the new season.
That shift in focus was achieved with apparent ease. Inter took control domestically early on, although there have been setbacks.
This is Estupinian!
Local bragging rights lost and a Champions League exit to Bodo Glimt, coinciding with the extended absence of Lautaro Martinez.
He's very important as a player, as a person for our dressing room.
Still with Thuram, Lautaro Martinez! How they've missed him! And he's back with a bang!
Doesn't matter if he plays or he's the captain, his presence is always more than important for us because he's a role model for most of us. He's a true captain, he's a true leader, and he knows how to push us forward and take from our hands and bring us to the point we want to go.
Thuram, Lautaro! His second of the night! Inter open up a two-goal cushion, and are they now sprinting towards the title?
It's normal that you are having downs during the season. The only thing you have to do is you have to be mentally strong and to keep working, believing that the success will come. We trust in ourselves and we will do our best to see the finish line.
A real statement from Inter. The Nerazzurri go 9 points clear at the top, awaiting Napoli, Milan tomorrow.
Back-to-back wins against Como and Cagliari and points dropped by title rivals Napoli and Milan have catapulted Inter 12 points clear.
Thuram!
With just 5 games to play,
Now Barella!
the Scudetto is very much theirs to lose.
Now Diouf, Dumfries, Zielinski, oh yes!
We're not counting, we're just getting ready for the upcoming game that we're gonna play, and every game is important for us. We are not making some countings, we are not hoping that someone will lose points. We have to focus on ourselves, we have to play our games, win them, and then we'll see where we arrive at the end of the season.